Okay. Hi. The topic that I decided to choose was climate change because it is like the only thing that I really know about. I don't know much on the like other topics. I only really know about climate change. Climate change has been like an issue on the planet for forever. You know, climate change is normal. It's bound to happen on Earth. And there's been so many different extinction events that just happen due to climate change. Like either the earth got too cold, the earth got too hot, or it moved too much and like everything collapsed and just turned into lava. You know, there's like been so many different events. And so now we're kind of in our extinction event. But the thing is, we definitely jumped the start a lot. We probably had so much time, like a few hundred years before our next ones. All these little things that you do and you think like, oh, well, if all these people do this, this, and this, you know, to save the environment, then we should be good. No, it won't be good because there's all those other people who are doing like 10 times the amount of stuff that they're just not supposed to do. So like every little thing that you do, someone else is doing something to make up for what you're trying to do to avoid it. It's inevitable. The reason why I like chose this topic in the first place is because like, you know, I want to have kids of my own. Like I want to have a family. I want to like raise my kids in a planet that I'm like confident about, but I can't think of like them just living and like feeling safe and me feeling safe for them with everything that we eat. Everything has microplastics inside of it because no one was able to recycle. I don't really want my kids to be like born into that, you know, like it's already bad enough as it is. I don't know how bad it's gonna be in like 10 or 20 years. So currently in California, we have programs everywhere, like everywhere trying to stop it. It's like you can look around, like especially in California, all of us know that the weather is just funky. It is January 3rd. Do you know how cold it is outside? It's like 70 degrees. You know, when I was little and it was January 3rd, it would be like 30 degrees outside. Like even with recycling, the companies that take our trash and like dump it where it needs to go, they mix it anyways. They mix it. They don't care. They're gonna mix it. And it's like, for the amount of times that you've recycled, there's like 30 more people who don't. This is Archie. All the food that he eats, do you know how many microplastics are in there? All the food that we eat, like sure, you can go live out in the woods and like survive off of berries and like live in a dirt house so you don't cut down a tree. But for what? And like, it's not specifically California, but everywhere there's so many interest groups that like benefit climate change, you know, like try to stop it, do everything that we can. Like we have the EPA, which basically it covers pretty much everything. Like it tells you ways to avoid it, like some of the things that you would do in your average daily life that would just like make it worse. Like it tells you all that stuff. This is one that I really like. There's like a search engine that basically every single search that you make, they like plant a tree for you.
Wow.
So cool. ECOSIA, ECOSA or ECOSHA. Like it's hard to think of a solution, especially like when almost all the jobs that are like offered to us are making it worse. You know, like everything, like driving to work, your actual job. Because it's not just like the carbon, you know, it's not just carbon. It's energy that's being used, it's the water that's being used, it's the food. If he barks, I'm sorry. But personally, like, my plan would be just do everything that you can to avoid it. Because I know I'm saying that there's nothing you can do, because truly there's nothing you can do. But you can still like tell people about it. You can encourage them, recycle your trash. drive your car less. Just these tiny little things, even though they're not making such a gigantic difference that like, oh my god, you saved the planet. Like, no, it's not like that. But it's like these small little things, you know, they're so small. But I feel if enough people do it, because the thing that really contradicts it is how many people that don't do it, that contrast you. Just listen and like try. Something happened, you know? Don't think about Kim Kardashian getting in her 3rd private flight, you know, that day to go to Hollywood or something. Like, don't think about it, you know? Because you're gonna feel terrible, and then you're gonna relapse, and then you're gonna go back to, like, feeding turtles plastic straws. But there's something you can do to, like, try to avoid it. So you know you don't live your life just, like, not even trying, because... like, why? You're not gonna make a huge difference to where, like, you're gonna get a statue and just, like, everyone's gonna bow down to you like, oh my god, you saved the planet. No. All these other animals and, like, biomes that are just being destroyed, like, the entire ecosystem is just being destroyed. I kind of think about it, just, like, they're already dealing with it, and we are somehow just, like, getting away from it. We are just pushing it and pushing it and pushing it, just like, oh, give it to, you know, this island over here that no one lives on. Don't think about the birds and stuff and the animals that live in there. More food for them, you know. Eat up them plastic forks. Yummy. We're just, like, dumping it all in the ocean. Just like, oh, don't worry about it. We don't go this far out into the ocean. It'll be fine. Until, like, your meal from last month suddenly washes up on shore, and you're like, oh no, it's still on planet Earth? How is that possible? I threw it in the ocean. It all comes back. It all comes back. It all comes back to you. Just because you burned your plastic, like, oh, that'll do it. I burned my plastic, so now it won't be on planet Earth. Uh-oh. Now there's microplastics in the air, in the rain, and it comes down. Now we got plastic rain. It's just this full cycle, and this only happened because we let it. We did nothing to stop it. We literally did nothing to stop it. And, like, it's time to do something. It is time. We need to do something. Even if it's so minute, like, so little, you can still, like, try. Anyways, I don't know. Enjoy the rest of your day, or like the next 4 minutes overthinking about this just as much as I do, because every time I remember it, I'm like, oh my gosh, I'm a terrible person. You know, I drank a Coca-Cola bottle like yesterday that was plastic, and I'm like, oh my gosh, I'm the worst person on earth. But like, don't beat yourself up over it, because a lot of it, it's not your fault. Is he laying on my pillows? Oh my gosh, he's digging up my pillows. You can watch him or you can look at me, you know, you choose. Your phone. You need a phone in this economy. You need a phone in this generation. You need a phone. Okay? To even work. And it's not your fault. It has literally just been made that way. Like, you can be upset at yourself, just like, oh my gosh, I did this, oh my gosh, I'm going against, like, Mother Earth. It's not your fault. You can do things to avoid it, but, like, at a certain point, it is just necessary. Like, it is necessary. You need to drive to work if your job is, like, 30 minutes away. Even if your job is 5 minutes away. It's too cold to be walking to work or going on a bike to work. Okay, it's too cold. But what are you gonna do? Just, like, when you can make a difference, do it. When you can't, you just can't, you know? And that's, like, the hardest part about this. When you can't, you can't. But when you can, please do. Just please try. Just try. Okay, I'm done talking about this. This is 22 minutes. I haven't even cut anything yet. Okay. Here's my starring guest. He's, like, licking his foot. Okay, bye.